Hey everybody! Arnie, Ontario. There we go. All right. All right. All right, people. Hey, how's it going? How's it going tonight? Yeah, I'm just sharing a few things here. Welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live. Hold on. All right. So let's see here. All right. Stokes Inland Grill and Bar. There we go. All right. There we are. Yeah. Give me a minute here. All right. So, yeah. Share to a group. There we go. All right. Here. I just wonder. Okay. All right. Anyways, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live. I'm sharing a few of the. I'm sharing of the. All right. I'm just sharing the blogcast here. So just a minute. Let's see. All right. So, come on. More option group. Sarnia. All right. All about Sarnia. Got it. Host. Anyways, yeah. So. The Brown Foundation. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. Okay, I'm here. All right. So, anyways, yeah, this is Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 229. It is Sunday, August 14th, 2022. All right. And I will be just sharing this. So, anyways, yeah, I'll get. All right. Pop culture fan. All right. All right. So, share to a group. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, we've got a good show tonight. All right. All right. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah. It is our intro disclaimer. Like I said, I was just sharing a bunch of groups to. All right. There we go. Um, all right. So, anyways. Do, 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 do. All right. Yeah. Sorry, I was just sharing it all there. So, anyways, welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live, episode 229, Sunday, August 14th, 2022. Let's see here. What do we got? All right. So, anyways, yeah. We got our craft beer tonight going on. So, all right. There we go. So, yeah. My intro disclaimer, who we are. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, okay, yeah. I may say a few bad, dirty words like shit, damn, screw, the F word. Deal with it. So, anyways, welcome to Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 229. On air, Facebook Live, airing every Sundays at 8 p.m. Some Saturdays, some wine o'clock Wednesdays in there. Some, oh yeah, some. Some. There we go. All right, so I'll just be sharing this all night long. The occasional Friday nights. We're now in our fourth year. We debuted back in November of 2018. We're based out of Sarnia, Ontario, Canada, bordering Port Huron, Michigan. Big Jims Blogcast Live does craft beer reviews from craft breweries right here in Sarnia, across Ontario, Canada, and the U.S. I've personally tried over 200, tasted and rated over 200 craft beers. So that's personal record for me. Yeah, we pair it with whiskey, rum, and a cigar. And tonight's craft beer is called Patio Heater Irish Stout from Square Brew in Goderich, Ontario, Canada, along with washing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla and a nice cigar, Gurkha cigar. Anyways, I'll light this up. Oh boy, strong, very strong Gurkha cigar. Oh yeah. All right. So, anyways, we talk about local events in and around near you, countdowns to holidays, birthday shout-outs to our friends, canceled TV shows, like, we talk about retro classic stuff such as classic TV, like classic TV shows, classic canceled TV shows, one season hit wonders, spin-offs, character actors, actresses, 70s, 80s, 90s hard rock, classic albums, one hit, like I said, one hit wonders, one hit wonders in rock and roll. Now what else? Classic pro wrestling, like from the AWA, the NWA, WCW, pay-per-views, tag teams, jobbers, the stables. Classic sci-fi like droid ships, weapons, aliens, minor characters from Star Wars, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, Space 1999. Sports like hockey card heroes, might be some baseball, football, tennis, UFC, NASCAR, teams, players, coaches, championship series, gong solos. Yeah, so that's us in a nutshell. So sit back, enjoy. Hey, Wendy, share this. How you doing? Share this blogcast with whoever you like. So, yeah, sit back. That's us in a nutshell. So sit back, enjoy the show, and join us. On a serious note, let's keep it civil to each other. You know, I'm not going to talk about. I don't bring religion, politics, or my personal life into this. So, anyways, hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. So, all right, let's get going here. All right, so our lineup, our craft beer for tonight, first to kick things off, is Patio Heater Irish Stout. But we're gonna have some birthday shoutouts, countdowns, local events. We will have our tribute to the late Olivia Newton John. We'll talk about Grease. Xanadu, the career of Olivia Newton John, and a 10 gong salute at the end of the blogcast for her. Let's see all right. Let's see here. It yeah. We'll talk about the first season of Magnum P.I. and the passing of Roger E.Mosley. The Ceti Eel from the Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, the hockey card hero Adam Larrson, the West Texas Rednecks from WCW. We'll talk about the Xanadu soundtrack. Again, we'll carry out with the Olivia Newton John. Remembered her career. We'll talk about her career. All right. So, kicking things off tonight is the Square Brew Patio Heater Irish Stout, and I'm chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So, cheers, everybody. So, all right. So this is Patio Heater. It's an Irish stout from Square Brew Brewery in Goderich, Ontario, Canada. Now, I give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So, and I've got one of their glasses here. So let's see how this pours. Oh, very dark. Look at that. All right. So, and I'm trying it for the very first time. So, oh yeah. All right. Fills up this glass pretty nicely. There we. Oh, can't shake. Oh, right there. All right. So, anyways, hold on a sec. I am gonna more options. Share to a group. Sorry. All right. So you, Mr. Mike, Sonny, Ontario. I am just sharing this to. All right. More options. You gotta. Yeah. All right. Okay. And anyways, before we get started on that, all right. Chain reaction. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Now, all right. Where's my cigar here? So, anyways, keep this lit. All right. Nice texture to the Gurkha cigar from Riverfront Cigars. Now, I'm going to share it a few more times here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So. All right. So yeah. Okay. So I can switch over. Brown. All right. So, anyways, yes, this blogcast. I'm going to remind everybody tonight. As I'm going to remind everybody tonight. All right. That this blogcast is not spam. The audio version will go out later on. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So. Okay. And so, yes, I was just sharing this blogcast with a whole bunch of people there. But anyways, this blogcast is not spam, as I'm going to remind everybody tonight. This blogcast, the audio version will go later. We're not spam, so like us, share up, subscribe to us. The blogcast will go out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, and we have and all these audio listening platforms you listen to your podcast to. So I wanted to say hi to everybody. And YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel now, Big Jims Blogcast Live. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, and I want to say hi to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, all the chain reaction, pop culture. Hmm, um, there we go. Um, and do, 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 do. All right. And so yeah. So anyways, yeah, all the pop culture, pro wrestling, blog spot, Olivia Newton John groups. I know you're watching. Xanadu, Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I. groups. Mm, okay. So anyways, yeah. All right. So anyways, um, we've got our craft beer going here tonight. Let's see what we got here. Um, okay. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, we're gonna get some birthday shout outs, but this is all right. We've got Square Brew Patio Heater Irish Stout. Um, mm, Trying it for the very first time. Um, Now, first impressions, I give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, and it's like it's dry. It's really dry, a really dry beer. Mm, mm. There's no info. It's oh yeah. Here's a lower alcohol version of our original patio heater, dark and roasty, with a creamy texture. This Irish stout is great for any season. Creamy, dry, looking good so far. So, anyways, um, yeah, they are from mm, Square Brew in Goderich, Ontario, Canada. So when I do craft beer reviews, I don't go, well, there's like, this is a very fine, exquisite tasting beer, you can't go. No, I don't do that at all. You know what? I just go with my gut, go with my gut and what I'm feeling. So anyways, yeah. All right. Mm, mm. All right. So tonight we will get to some birthday shout outs and some countdowns, some local events in and around near you. Okay. So, mm-hmm, okay. So, what else can we, oh yeah, um, okay. So, mm, um, what else here? All right. There we go. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Um, we're going to get to some birthday shout outs as well. So, anyways, stick with us. And, yeah. So, tonight's, and eventually the craft beer, the Square Patio Heater Irish Stout by the Square Brewery in Goderich, Ontario, Canada. So, all right. Mm, mm, mm. Really good. Starting off really good so far. Mm. It's got to grow on me in the blogcast. So, all right. So, anyways, let's see. So, all right. Mm, 60, right on. Okay. So, anyways, we're going to get to some birthday shout outs here in a. All right, if you're ready, happy birthday. Birthday shout outs from the August 8th to the 14th. Go out to Jason Finnis, Bruce Dimmock, Alicia Davidson, John Walker, Tim Wilson, Krista Parr, Shelley Callens Ward, Mike Pettigrew, Will Hughes, Dawn Marie Zinke, Michael Ross, Rick Gray, and Mike Fenton. All right, everybody. All right, gongs there. We got our birthday shout-outs out, everybody. So Jason Finnis, Bruce Dimmick, Alicia Davidson, John Walker, Tim Wilson, Krista Pear. Shelley Callens Ward, Mike Pettigrew, Will Hughes, Dawn Marie Zinke, Michael Ross, Rick Gray, and Mike Fenton. Happy birthday to everybody from this past week from Big Jims Blogcast Live. If you're here, give us a shout out. I'm going to write something. Let's see. Hello. There we go. So, yeah. Like us, join us, share, subscribe to us. Later, we'll get some countdowns and local events here. And like I said, we will remember a very lovely lady that passed away, a legend that passed away about not too long ago, Olivia Newton John. I had a crush on this girl when I was like 10 years old, on this lady, like lovely lady. Australian icon, musical icon. So, yeah. All right. So, anyways, got that going on. Actually, I wanted to show you guys something. What do we got here? So, anyways, I have this menu from like Little Caesars Domino's Pizza, and it's got all sorts of these like feast pizzas. And it's like, I got this at work actually. And it's like, I'll show it to you at the end of the podcast. But it's a really cool flyer there. All right. So let's get to some countdowns here. All right. So anyways, these are the important days you need to know about. Labor Day is only 22 days away. Labor Day weekend, 22 days away. Halloween is 78 days away. Wait a minute. Christmas is 132 days away. Ooh. Thanksgiving is 102 days away. Remembrance Day is 89 days away. And wintertime, because I hope everybody's enjoying this sun and everything, is 129 days away. All right, so that's it for our countdowns. So anyways, yeah. All right, so gong time. So anyways, like I said, I will remind everybody that this throughout the blogcast, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version will go later on these audio listening platforms, plus my YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live, later on. We're not spam. Like us, share it, subscribe to us. Want to say hi to everybody in the Port Elgin Sarnia group, Sarnia Rocks, Chain Reaction, all the pop culture, hard rock, Van Halen, craft beer, cigars, Star Trek, Pro Wrestling, Blogspot, Olivia Newton John, Xanadu, Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I. group. So you guys really rock. So, and yes, tonight is a Olivia Newton John tribute. So, stick with us and hopefully, yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So tonight's craft beer is called Paddy O'Heater Irish Stout by the Square Brew Brewery in Godrich, Ontario, Canada. Dry yet dry and creamy. I mean, this is like I got to get a reading on it. I don't have a complete reading on it right now, but I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. And if you're still here, you might just want to, throw out a number if you care to. See if your number like matches up with mine. So, chasing it down with like Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. Mm. Mm. All right. Mm. Oh yeah. Some things just go good with each other. So. Mm. 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 All right, and a Gurkha cigar. I got this at Riverfront Cigars in Sarnia. So, all right. So, anyways, mm, mm, okay. Hmm. All right. So, anyways, yeah, good. We got that. Got over there. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, we will get to all that and more. But with local events, we'll talk about some local events here. Um, hmm. So, what do we got? All right. So, anyways, yeah, with local events. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah, with local events, COVID for the past two couple of years, COVID's really did a number on local events, like live events. So, but the buzzwords for those were hiatus, rescheduled, canceled, postponed. But we're back. They're back in a big way. So, all right, what do we got here? So, let's see. Oh yeah, now I wouldn't wanted to send in Messenger. All right. Square Brew Brewery, right on. There we go. I will send that. All right. There we go. So, am I okay? Hmm. All right. So with like COVID and yeah, though you get the idea. Mm, so, but here we go with some local events in and around near you. Where's my? Oh, there we are. So, all right, checking out there. That's good. All right. Mm. Mm. All right, Friday, August 26, 2022 is Beats on a Boat, Duke New Orleans 2. The Cruise, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., 297 Front Street in Sarnia. Tickets are $25 per person. Boat loads at 6:30 a.m. You can get your tickets for going to the Duke New Orleans Facebook page. Saturday, August 27th, 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. is the Mitten Village Block Party. Live music, family friendly. There's vendors, there's artists. It's free. And yeah, that's what I like about it. It's free. So attend. Yeah, bring your kids and everything. Saturday, August 20th, 7:30 p.m. is Iron Priest, a tribute to Iron Maiden and Judas Priest at Rustic in Sarnia, www.ticketscene.ca. Wednesday, August 17th, 2022 is Brews on a Boat. Starts at 6 p.m. It's hosted by Imperial City Brewhouse right here in Sarnia. From 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. The See Imperial City Brewhouse for our Facebook page for admission prices. Now, yeah, oh yeah, Imperial City Brewhouse. They made one of my most favorite beers of all time. Goodbye Gravity. So, oh yeah. Mm. Mm. Judas Priestess. Judas Priestess. November 12th, 2022 at Rustic in Sarnia. It's the only all-female tribute band to Judas Priest. www.ticketscene.ca. Great. I'd like to see five. It's yeah, all-female tribute to Judas Priest. So I wouldn't have believed that. Friday, September 23rd, 2022 at 7:30 p.m. is Destroyer, the best Kiss tribute band in the land. So in the world, appearing at Rustic in Sarnia. So last time I saw Destroyer was a couple of months ago with Chain Reaction. It'd be safe to say that Mo and the guys are Kiss light, but they do an excellent job at Destroyer is the best Kiss tribute band out there. So, Thursday, August 18th, 2022, 7 p.m. is movie night in the park at Sarnius Canatera Park. It is hosted by Exit Reality Twin Bridges and it is free. Saturday, October 15th, 2022 at 7:30 p.m. is Sandman, a tribute to Metallica at Rustic, www.ticketscene.ca. They are officially licensed by Metallica, which means Metallica's checked them out. They gave them the okay. They think thumbs up, keep rocking, right on. So, anyways, yeah, the best. I have check that out. Like Sandman, a tribute to Metallica. Saturday, August 20th, it is Lobster Fest in Petrolia Lions Hall, 451 Huggard Street in Petrolia. Early servings are 3:30 to 6 p.m. Late servings are 6:30 to 9 p.m. Half a pound of lobster, baked potato, corn on the cob, coleslaw. Tickets are sold. Our tickets are $55. Contact a Petrolia Lion Club member for tickets. Oh, that sounds like a good feast right there. Good eating right there. So, anyways, okay. So, yeah. All right. All right. Just doing more of this share. So, all right. All right. Okay. Share. There we go. All right. Share to a group. All right. All right. All right. So, yeah. Okay, so don't mind me. I am just all right. I'm here. I will. In loving memory. Okay. So okay. All right, people. Okay. Good enough. All right. So, anyways, if you like, yeah, that's all for our local events. Like, go out, support your local event there, because you never know. COVID might come back. All right. So, anyways, yeah. Now, tonight's. All right. Before we get to all that, a few things here. Tonight's craft beer. I'm. It's accompanied by Crown Royal Vanilla. Before we get to our movie, Grease, by... And before we get to that, we've got like our craft beer for tonight. It is called Square Brew, or no, Patio Heater Irish Stout by the Square Brew Brewery in Goderich, Ontario, Canada. And I say, it's dry, creamy, goes down really smooth. Dark complexion to that, stouty. Look at that, right there. And so, yeah, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So stick around. I got to feel out the beer during the blogcast, you know. But I think it's a good like barbecue beer to start you off. Like, yeah. So, anywho, okay. So, all right. Good cigar here, a Gurkha. Okay. So, all right. Okay. right. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. Okay. So, anywho, there we are. All right. So, anyhow, now we get to our movie. All right, our movie starring the late Olivia Newton John and John Travolta. Um, but oops, before we do that, I want to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening platforms you listen to your podcast to. And YouTube. I got my own YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live. Look for it. And I want to give shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, Chain Reaction, Sarnia Rocks, all the pop culture groups, all the Van Halen classic rock, craft beer, cigars, Star Trek, pro wrestling, classic 80s movies, plus the Olivia Newton John, Xanadu, Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I. groups, right on. So yeah, who hasn't seen this movie about a bunch of times? This is the Rock and Rydell edition of the DVD Grease. This was released like September 19th, 2006. The actual movie was released June 16th, 1978. So now, basically, like the plot here, like the premise of the movie. Summer of 1958, Danny and Sandy are in Australia. They meet, they fall in love. Summer ends and Sandy goes back to Australia, thinking they won't meet again. All right, what do we got here? So, all right. Thinking they won't meet again. Danny starts his senior year at Rydell High School. He's the leader of the T-Birds, Greaser Gang. There's also a clique of girls called the Pink Ladies. Sandy doesn't go to Australia. She enrolls at Rydell High, befriends Frenchie, a pink lady. Musical number there, Summer Nights. Sandy and Danny reunite through Rizzo, an awkward meeting. Danny acts like a dick to her in front of her and his friends. So there's a huge drag race between the T-Birds and the Scorpions at Thunder Road. Another musical number there, Grease Lightning. What do we got here? So, all right. All right. So, anyways, Sandy tries to make Danny jealous by dating a jock, Tom. Frenchie is visited by a guardian angel who tells her to go back to return to high school. There's another musical number, Beauty School Dropout. There's a big school dance. Last day of school, Rizzo discovers she's pregnant. Danny let her in track. Sandy, to Danny's surprise, dressed as a female T-Bird. They confess their mutual love for each other, and the graduating class celebrates. And Danny and Sandy leave in the revamped Grease Lightning car. The cast, of course, John Travolta, who plays Danny Zuko. Olivia Newton John, who plays Sandy Olsen. The T-Birds, Jeff Conaway, who plays Ken Wiki. Barry Pearl plays Duty. Michael Tucky plays Sunny. Kelly Ward is Putzie. It's set in the 1950s. Like you see, Frankie Avalon, Ed Burns, and Shauna Ana appear. Fun fact, actually, Henry Winkler turned down the role of Danny Zuko. Elvis Presley was considered for the Teen Angel role, and also Donny Osmond there. I did post several clips of the movie on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Like it, look for it, and here's cheers to ONJ, to Miss John's best work here, Grease. All right, so. Yeah, so and here's a couple of pictures of the cast there. So, there we go. There's a cast picture right there. And here's them reuniting many, many years later. So, all right. So yeah. Tell me more, tell me more. Do, do, do. And there's like, it's an iconic movie. Hmm, hmm. All right. So I did post like several clips from Greece on my Facebook page and my blogcast page. So like it, share it, subscribe to it. Or no, yeah, check them out. Anyways, yeah. So, but it is. Oh, yeah. Gong time there. We will have a 10 gong salute for Miss Olivia Newton John at the end of the blogcast. So if you're still here with me. Tonight's craft beer, accompanied by Crown Royal Vanilla. It is Patio Heater Irish Stout. And it is by Square Brew Brewing Company in Godrich, Ontario, Canada. It's creamy. It's very dry. Oh my god, it's a good barbecue beer. It is. It's like when you're grilling steaks on the barbecue. You got your friends around on the back deck. Yeah. So, but it's starting out good. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here, throw out a number, see if it matches up with mine. All right. So, yeah. All right. All right. It is Sunday, August 14th, 2022. This is episode 229 of Big Jim Blogcast Live. So, all right. Okay. So, as I remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam, the audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening platforms you listen to your podcast to, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live. It'll go live later on tonight there. I want to say hi, so like us, share us all over Facebook, subscribe to us, please. I want to say hi to everybody in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, Sarnia Rocks, Chain Reaction, all the pop culture groups, all the classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer, cigar groups, all the Star Trek, sci-fi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, Olivia Newton John, Xanadu, Tom Selleck, and Magnum P.I. groups. So, yeah. Well, we've got, all right. I've got it on right now, and it's season 1 of Magnum P.I. All right. So anyways, yeah, there we go. Here it is. It is season 1 of Magnum P.I. Here's the cast. All right. So, there we go. Yeah. Now, season 1 debuted like December 11th, 1980 to April 16th, 1981. There were 18 episodes in all. Of course, we've got, oh yeah, so you've got that. Isn't the coolest theme song ever? So, anyways, what do we got here? Anyhow, the cast, Tom Selleck as Thomas Magnum. Roger E.Mosley, the late Roger E.Mosley, as Theodore T.C. Calvin. John Hillerman as Jonathan Higgins. Larry Medeni as Orville Rick Wright. And the unseen, and a cast member unseen is Orson Welles, the voice of Robin Masters. Now, the premise of Magnum P.I., Thomas Magnum, a private investigator, lives in the guest house of super author like Robin Masters. He's a live-in security guy. So what do we got here? All right. So, okay. He has free use of the guest house in the Ferrari, a 308 GTS, and takes on cases at his leisure. Jonathan Higgins is the caretaker of Robin Masters' estate called Robin's Nest, and is strict with Magnum. TC runs a island local helicopter charter service and often works on cases with Magnum. Rick Wright runs a bar called Rick's Cafe American. Later changed to it's inspired by Casablanca, but later changed to the King Kamea Club in the series. Both TC and Rick are former Marines. So there we go. There's a close-up. There's a close-up of the cast. Now, CBS debuted Magnum P.I. in the Thursday night 9 p.m. till 10 p.m. time slot. They put it up against... All right. So they put it up against... here's the time slot for the network schedule for... There we go. As you can see, Magnum P.I., okay. NBC had Thursday night at the movies. ABC had Barney Miller at 9 p.m. and It's a Living. Yeah. Barney Miller competed against, Magnum P.I. there. Now, yeah. Barney Miller and It's a Living versus, Magnum P.I. versus NBC's Thursday night at the movies. Now, oh, yeah. And, It ended the season well. It was ranked number 14 with a 21 share. So that means 34 million viewers watched Magnum P.I., the debut of Magnum P.I., the debut season of Magnum P.I. So now 18 in all these 18 episodes. In all these 18 episodes of Magnum P.I., you get the guest stars were you get the guest stars were very impressive. You get Ted Danson, you get Robert Loggia, Noah Beery, Ann Lockhart, June Lockhart, Rebecca Holden, Red West, Carmen Mitchell. Now season 1 ends with all right, so okay. Beauty knows no pain. A fitness trainer hires Magnum to find her missing fiancé. Magnum sues Discovery. He is not the only one searching for him. Matters are further complicated when TC talks him into competing in the upcoming Ironman triathlon. So, all right, there's plenty of great episodes for Magnum's first season here. Please Don't Eat the Snow in Hawaii, Part 1 and 2. China Doll, Thank Heaven for Little Girls and Big Ones too. Skin Deep, Never Again, Lest We Forget. Yeah. So like I said, 34 million viewers tuned in to Magnum's first season on CBS. That was a good time slot for it, 9 till 10 p.m. So, all right. And I did, what do we got here? So, I did post clips of Season 1 and the Season 1 trailer of Magnum P.I. on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So, yes. Now some, really sad news. I guess I'll return this, but original Magnum P.I. cast member Roger E.Mosley, TC, passed away last Sunday. August 7th at age 83 in Los Angeles, California, in a car accident. He was in real life, he was a certified helicopter pilot, but the producers of Magnum P.I. wouldn't allow him to do his own stunts on Magnum P.I. So I guess that would jack up the stunts and everything. So, yeah. So he's had quite a career himself, Mr. Mosley. He has... Okay, so he has appeared on. He's a character actor long before Magnum. He's appeared in Sanford and Son, McCloud. He's appeared in Kojak. He's appeared in Las Vegas, when Tom Selleck took over the role from James Caan. and he's also appeared in Starsky and Hutch, character actor. So he had quite a career before um, he had quite a career before Magnum P.I. So Roger E. Mosley, remembered. Um, all right, we remember you, Mr. Mosley, as a part of a kick-ass um, a kick-ass TV show, groundbreaking classic TV show, Magnum P.I. There we go. So yeah, all right. So, anyways, condolences go out to his family. This one's for you, Mr. Mosley. So, cheers. All right. So, yeah, what do we got here? So, just reading these, all right. So, anyways, yeah. It is. It is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 229. All right, I got to relight this. All right. It is Sunday, August 14th, 2022. And thank you for ending your weekend with me. Most of us have to go back to work tomorrow afternoon, morning. So, all right. So bear with me here. All right. So, let's see. All right. There we go. Okay. So, all right. Anyhow, yes. So, our craft beer for tonight, and as I'm chasing it down with the Crown Royal Vanilla, it is, and this beer is pretty good. It is called Patio Heater Irish Stout by the Square Brew Brewing Company in Goderich, Ontario, Canada. Dry, stout, creamy, goes down really smooth. It's suitable for a barbecue with your buddies, like with your friends. And look at how thick that is. Look at how, oh yeah. So that is really thick. I brought a backup with me. So I'm not short of the beers here. So yeah. All right. Plus I got a good cigar, Gurkha. All right. So, yeah. Want to say hi to everybody in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, all the Sarnia Rocks, Chain Reaction, all the pop culture groups, all the retro classic groups, the craft beer cigars, all the hard rock, metal, Van Halen groups, all the sci-fi, Star Trek groups, pro wrestling groups, the Blogspot, the classic TV and movies, Olivia Newton John fans out there, the Xanadu groups, Tom Selleck and Magnum P.I. You guys rock. And once again, this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening podcast platforms, plus my own YouTube channel, Big Jim Blogcast Live, going out live later on to YouTube. So like us, share us, subscribe to us, please. We're not spam. All right. So, and tonight we'll be doing an Olivia Newton John career salute tribute with a 10 gong salute. So stick around for that. All right. So, okay. So it is Big Jim Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 229. Good cigar there. Oh, got some ashes on me. All right. So now we get to this, this fella. Anybody remember that? It's the Ceti Eel from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. So, um, bit of a close up there. It is native to the Ceti eel first appeared in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. It is a native to the planet Ceti Alpha 5. It is a burrowing desert animal capable of surviving extreme environmental temperatures. The Ceti eel was the only creature that survived the orbital shift of Ceti Alpha 5 following the explosion of Ceti Alpha 6. Now, Ceti eels incubate their larvae within the plates of their jointed what do you call them? Oh God. Yeah, well, you get the idea of their exoskeleton, of their jointed uh, flaps there. Its body is protected by a thick exoskeleton. Now, when the eel larvae leave the plates, they find a suitable host, like human or animal. Oh, what do we got here? All right. Now, they crawl inside through the ear. They wrap itself around the cerebral cortex. The effects cause extreme pain for the host, who is open to outside suggestions. They, the victim, as the larvae grows, the host suffers from madness and a painful death. So yeah. So I posted that scene in Star Trek too. I posted the history of the Ceti eel on my Facebook page and my Blogcast page, and a few clips from Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan about Khan. Used the eels on Chekhov and Captain Terrell of the USS Reliant when they go exploring. It's when Chekhov finally they beam down. Chekhov finally sees Botany Bay, and he goes, "Oh shit, we got to get out of here! Shit, Botany Bay! Holy!" 20 of Khan's followers survived. 20 of Khan's followers, including his wife Marla, were killed by the Ceti eel. So you can imagine how much Khan was pissed about wanting revenge on Captain Kirk, or no, Admiral Kirk. Now, so yeah, I posted clips from Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan and the history of the eel on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So, like it? Yeah, there you go. So there's a close-up of there. Pretty nasty creature myself, if I do say so myself. All right. So, okay. Yeah, we're having a good time. All right. All right. So, okay. All right. So, and we are live now. All right. All right. So, anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, episode 229. We'll get to our tribute to Olivia Newton John later on in the blogcast. All right. So, okay. Our craft beer for tonight, accompanied by Crown Royal Vanilla. And sometimes it's a good pairing. Oh, yeah. The craft beer for tonight is called Patio Heater Irish Stout by the Square Brew Brewing Company in Goderich, Ontario. And I'm going to open this second one here, and top this beer up. Now, all right, so, oh, look at that. All right. So look how dark it is. All right, I got their glass too, so. This, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, but, okay. So, anyways. All right. Anyways, yeah. It's dry, but yet creamy, and it's a good barbecue beer. Good good spring, summer, and fall beer. Mm. 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 Oh yeah, yeah. It's got to, like I said, it's got to grow on me within the blogcast. I do give it a rating out of 10. So if you're still here, throw out a number and see if that number like matches up with mine. But it's looking good. It's really all right. So okay, yeah, gong time there. So. All right. So, anyways, yeah. All right, what do we got here? Just checking out a few notifications. All right, so, okay. So I want to say hi to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia group. Sarnia rocks. Michelle, you guys rock. All the like Chain Reaction, all the pop culture groups, all the classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, the craft beer, cigars, the Star Trek and sci-fi, pro wrestling, blogspot, classic TV and movies, retro, classic, nostalgia groups, and Olivia Newton John groups, the Xanadu, Tom Selleck, and Magnum P.I. You guys rock. Because we are not spam. We're not. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms you listen to your podcast to. Plus, the YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live. So look for it, like us, share us, subscribe us. Please share this blogcast all over Facebook and wherever you want to. All right. So, okay. As we get to our, all right, we're going to get to our hockey card hero now. This is Mr. Adam Larrson. There we go. There's his hockey card with his stats on the back there. All right. So anyways, our hockey card hero, Adam Larrson, was born November 12th, 1992 in Skellefteå, Sweden. 6'3", 215 pounds. 2009-2010 season was his breakthrough. October 15th, 2009, he had 2 goals against the Swedish team Timorak and had tied the single season record for the number of points under age 18 with 17 points. 2010-2011 season, his play would earn him a nomination for the Etreich Player of the Year award. 2011 NHL enter draft. He was selected in the first round, 4th overall by the New Jersey Devils. July 15th, 2011, he signs a 3-year entry-level contract with the New Jersey Devils. He made the team in training camp. November 11th, 2011, he scores his first NHL goal against the Washington Capitals. January 12th, 2012, he was selected to the NHL All-Star Rookie Super Skills competition, but had to pull out because of a nagging injury. May 1st, 2012, he scored his first NHL Stanley Cup goal against the Philadelphia Flyers. 2014-2015 season, he becomes a restricted free agent. July 25th, he signs a 6-year, $25 million contract with the Devils. June 29th, 2016, he is traded to the Edmonton Oilers and named an alternate captain in the 2017-2018 season. Now, July 21st, 2021, he was selected from the Oilers in the 2021 NHL expansion draft by the Seattle Kraken and signed a 4-year, $16 million contract with the Seattle Kraken. So he's on there. I posted his highlights on my blogcast page and my Facebook page, so look for it, check them out. Anyways, so just checking out these notifications here. All right, so yeah, that is Mr. Adam Larrson. So our hockey card hero, there he is, right there. So, all right. So, oh yeah, it is. Ooh. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 229. It is Sunday, August 14th, 2022. Thank you for watching. We will get to our Olivia Newton John tribute later on in the blogcast, but right now I've got a craft beer and I'm chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. Oh yeah, good. Our craft beer for tonight, it is Patio Heater Irish Stout by the Square Brew Brewing Company in Godrich, Ontario, Canada. And look how thick that is. Look how thick. So, tried it for the very first time on the blogcast. It is dry and creamy. It goes down really smooth. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. I'll top this up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A close up there. Look how dark that is. All right. Oh, can't say good. Like, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast, but if you're still here, you want to throw in a number, see if it jives up with mine, please feel free to do so. Like I said, it's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. Good for like when you're barbecuing out in the back deck, out in the deck with your friends, you know. And good for watching baseball games too. I'd highly recommend it. So, yeah. All right. Good cigar. It's a Gurkha from Riverfront Cigars. All right. So, oh yeah. All right. Boom. All right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. I want to remind everybody that this blogcast is not spam. The audio version will go out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and all these audio listening platforms where you listen to your podcast to. Plus, YouTube. Big Jims Blogcast Live has his own YouTube channel, so look for that on YouTube and subscribe. I want to say hi to everybody in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups. Sarnia Rocks, Chain Reaction, all the pop culture groups, all the hard rock, classic rock, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer and cigar groups, all the Star Trek, sci-fi groups, pro wrestling, Blogspot, Olivia Newton John, Xanadu, Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I. You guys really rock. So, anyways, as we get to our class, well, this is not so much a classic faction, but a classic tag group. The West Texas Rednecks. Look closely. They were in WCW. They were together from June 1999 to October of 1999. So, the West Texas Rednecks were formed in June of 1999 in WCW. Members were the late Curt Hennig. All right. The late Curt Hennig right here. Bobby Duncombe Jr. over here. Barry Windham, former Four Horsemen Barry Windham. Kendall Windham, and not pictured Curly Bill, otherwise known as Virgil. All right. So, anyways, the West Texas Rednecks was formed via a heel group to feud with the No Limit Soldiers, led by rapper Master P. The No Limit Soldiers didn't connect with the WCW Southern-based audience, like the West Texas Rednecks did. Now, Curt Hennig was from Minnesota. We all know that. Barry Windham, Kendall Windham, and Bobby were all Texas natives. So the West Texas Rednecks, they recorded a country song, Rap is Crap, I Hate Rap, written by Jimmy Hart and released on the album WCW Mayhem the Music. So I posted several of the West Texas Rednecks promos and matches and the song on my blogcast page and my Facebook page. Well, a part of the West Texas Rednecks, Barry and Kendall Windham won the WCW Tag Team titles at the August 23rd, 1999 Nitro in Las Vegas, Nevada. Barry and Kendall would drop the tag team titles back to Harlem Heat on September 12th, 1999 at the Fall Brawl pay-per-view in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now, during the West Texas Rednecks run, they feuded with Chris Benoit and Dean Malenko, Harlem Heat, Master P, the No Limit Soldiers, and the Filthy Animals. Billy Kidman, Conan, Rey Mysterio Jr., and Eddie Guerrero. Now, Curly Bill Virgil joined the group for its final run in 1999. The West Texas Rednecks split up in October of 1999. Now, Curt Hennig sadly passed away February 10th, 2003, age 44 in Brandon, Florida. Bobby Duncombe Jr. passed away January 24th, 2000 at age 34 in Austin, Texas. Barry and Kendall Windham are still alive, so I don't think there's going to be any West Texas Redneck reunion anytime soon. So there you go. There's a close-up of the West Texas Rednecks. Yeah, so Mr. Curt Hennig, Barry Windham, Kendall Windham, and Bobby Duncombe Jr. So, all right. Okay. And like I said, I did post a few of their matches and promos, and the song I Hate Rap, Rap is Crap on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page. So what do we got here? So, all right. All right. So anyways, yeah. It is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 229. It is Sunday, August 14th, 2022. Good cigar. It's a Gurkha. All right. So let me. All right. Anyways, we're having fun. All right. Boom. Gong time there. All right. The craft beer for tonight, I'm chasing it down with Crown Royal vanilla whiskey. Good pairings there. All right. And the craft beer for tonight is called Patio Heater by Irish Stout. And you gotta see, look how dark this is. I've got one of their glasses, yeah. It's dry, but yet it's creamy, and it goes down really smooth. There's no unpleasant aftertaste to it. It is, I say, it's a good baseball. When you're at a baseball game, it's good. It's good to have at a baseball game, or whenever you are barbecuing out in the deck with your friends. I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the Blogcast. So if you're still here, you want to stick around, throw it a number, see if it matches up with mine. Gotta say, so far so good for these four. All right. Okay. So anyways, yeah. Let's see, checking out these notifications here. We get to my most favorite time in the Blogcast. So, all right. So, good cigar. There we go. All right. So, okay, it is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 229, Sunday, August 14th, 2022. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. Most of us have to go back to work tomorrow night, morning, afternoon. So, yeah. We're not, as I reminded people, we're not spam. The audio version of this blogcast will go out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms here. And I've got the Big Jims Blogcast Live as his own YouTube channel. So look for it, like us, share, and subscribe to us. I want to say hi to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia groups, all the Sarnia rocks, especially Michelle. You guys really rock there. Chain Reaction, all the pop culture groups, all the classic rock, hair metal, Van Halen groups, all the craft beer, cigars, Star Trek, sci-fi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, and a special shout out to the Olivia Newton John groups, Xanadu, Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I., right on. You guys rock. So we get to my most, well, it is, would you prefer this band in color or black and white? There we go. All right. I'm going to go with this one. I like this one. This week in Van Halen history. All right. All right. So here we go. It is This Week in Van Halen history, August 8th to the 14th. August 8th, 1995. Van Halen plays the Great Woods Center for the Performing Arts in Mansfield, Massachusetts. August 9th, 2015, Van Halen played the PNC Arts Bank Center in Holmdel, New Jersey. August 9th, 1978, Van Halen plays the Second Chance in Peoria, Illinois. August 9th, 1982, Van Halen appeared on the nationally syndicated radio show Rockline. August 10th, 1978, Van Halen plays the Hooker Lake Inn in Salem, Wisconsin. August 10th, 2002, Eddie Van Halen joins Leslie West of Mountain at the House of Blues in West Hollywood, California. August 10th, 2004, Van Halen files a lawsuit against the Baltimore Orioles for breach of contract on a canceled concert. August 11th, 1979, Van Halen played the Carnation Hall in Asbury Park, New Jersey. August 11th, 2004, Van Halen played the Aereo Arena in Sacramento, California. August 12th, 1986, Van Halen played the Centrum in Worcester, Massachusetts. August 12th, 1993, Van Halen played the State Fairgrounds in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. August 12th, 1995, Van Halen played the Polaris Amphitheater in Columbus, Ohio. August 12th, 1998, Eddie Van Halen and Gary Cherone played the Hard Rock Cafe in Boston, Massachusetts. August 13th, 1978, Van Halen played the Broome County Arena in Binghamton, New York. August 13th, 1982, Van Halen played Cobo Hall in Detroit, Michigan. August 14th, 1979, Van Halen played the Pellin Hall in Cleveland, Ohio. And August 14th, 2004, Van Halen plays the Save Mart Arena in Fresno, California. All right, and that is all for this week in Van Halen history. Right on. So, okay. All right. Boom. All right. That deserves a gong. Okay. All right. So, and that is all for this week in Van Halen history. What do we got here? Just reading that. There we go. All right. Let's see. So, all right. So, anyways, yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah, it is Big Jims Blogcast Live version 4.0, episode 229, Sunday, August 14th, 2022. Yeah, we will get to our classic album, Xanadu. Tonight's craft beer, I'm chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. All right, so. Tonight's craft beer, I'll check that in a moment. Let's see, what do we got here? So, all right. So, anyways, yeah, tonight's craft beer, it is called Patio Heater Irish Stout by the Square Brew Brewing Company in Goderich, Ontario, Canada. And look at that. Look how dark that is. It tastes great. It's a creamy, dry, good beer. Dark. Look how dark that is. Okay. I've got their glass, their Square Brew. Yeah. It's a good baseball beer when you're watching a baseball game. It's a good like barbecue. Like it goes good with like barbecues. And good spring, summer, and fall beer. Mm. And like I said, I do give it a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're sticking around still here, you can like if I throw out, you want to throw out a number, see if it jibes up with mine. Let me top this beer up there first. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, all right. So I got this left. So, anyways, all right. Okay. So, um, all right. A good Gurkha. It's just this cigar, Gurkha. All right. From Riverfront Cigars. Yeah. So, all right. So now we get to our classic album of the night. Xanadu. The Xanadu soundtrack, featuring music from Electric Light or ELO and the late Olivia Newton John. All right. So it's a. Okay. So there we go. I'll show you the fold-outs here. There we are. This was released June 27th, 1980. This is the album soundtrack of the movie Xanadu. Xanadu, released on MCA Records. Xanadu was produced by John Ferrer, Olivia Newton-John's longtime producer, and Jeff Lynne of the band ELO. So, all right. So here we go. It's a place nobody dared to go. All right. So, anyway, side one, you've got the songs Magic, Suddenly, Magic, like side one, Magic by Olivia Newton-John, Suddenly, Olivia Newton-John and Cliff Richard, Dancing, Suspended Time, Whenever You're Away From Me, the duet with like Olivia Newton-John and Gene Kelly. Side two, you get I'm Alive, The Fall, Don't Walk Away, All Over the World, and Xanadu by ELO and Olivia Newton-John. The musicians on here: John Farrar on guitars, Carlos Vega on drums, David McDowell on bass, the whole band of ELO. Singles released from Xanadu, like Magic, Xanadu, automatically went to number one in the U.S., United Kingdom, the Netherlands, and the album went to number one in the U.S., Australia, Canada, Germany, Sweden, selling over 5 million copies. So the soundtrack was a smash hit. The film, I mean, I like. You can consider this like a movie double shot here, because we're going to talk about the movie for a bit. Now, to me, Xanadu was an all right movie. Its budget, roller disco. I was roller skating as a kid because of this movie. So basically the plot, like the plot of like Xanadu. Okay, Sonny Malone. And here's the cast. All right, here's the principal cast of Xanadu. You've got Michael Beck as Sonny Malone, Olivia Newton-John as Kira, and the late Gene Kelly, good tap dancer, Gene Kelly. There we go. Basically, the movie was Sonny Malone is a struggling artist in L.A. He tears up his sketches, hits a mural of the sisters of muses. He meets Kira, they fall in love. Sonny meets and befriends Danny McGuire, played by Gene Kelly, a former big band leader, now a construction mogul. And the budget for Xanadu was $20 million. It only made $3 million profit for Universal Pictures. some would like, and somebody would, and a lot of people would consider that a box office bomb. But um, it was, to me, it was an all right movie. Like, I mean, weird at times. This was Gene Kelly's like final film role. Michael Beck's fifth film role, and Olivia Newton John's fourth film role. Um, Now, Xanadu inspired a guy named John Wilson to create the Golden Raspberry Awards for worst picture, worst acting, which landed Xanadu 6 Raspberry nominations. So, but I've always liked the movie Xanadu. It's a cult classic. You can find it. Xanadu was released on DVD June 24th, 2008. So you get there we go. There's the principal cast of Xanadu. And here's the album. The inside of the album shows scenes from the movie. There we go. I'll show you the guys that. And there we go. You got a good look at that. Of course, and I found this at Goodwill too. Holy shit, I couldn't believe it. So anyways, yeah. I posted several of songs and clips from Xanadu on my Blogcast page and my Facebook page, including Magic, Suddenly, Whenever You're Away From Me, and Xanadu, a place where nobody dared to go. So, yeah, I mean, I mean, going from Olivia Newton-John's best movie, Grease, to Xanadu, some would consider it her worst movie, but I think it was all right because I was 10 years old at the time when I watched Xanadu, and like I said, I had a crush on Olivia Newton-John when I was a kid because she, oh my god, this classy lady, very classy lady. So I think everybody out there can agree with me. So again, especially in the Olivia Newton-John groups, in the Xanadu groups, right on. So there you go. There's our classic album, the soundtrack to Xanadu. There's a few more. Here it is. Here's the promo poster for Xanadu. So it's a place where nobody dared to go. So right on. All right. So yeah. All right. So yeah, I did post. I did post the movie trailer for Xanadu, and plus, like I said, the songs from Xanadu and several scenes from Xanadu on the Blogcast page, my Facebook page. All right. So yeah, and like I said, there's the principal cast of Xanadu, the main cast: Michael Beck, the late Olivia Newton-John, the late Gene Kelly. So, all right. So now we get to the time we have our tribute to Miss Olivia Newton-John. All right. So, but anyways, first off, all right. So I want to remind everybody before we get to that, this is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 229. Sunday, August 14th, 2022. We're not spam. This blogcast is not spam. The blogcast will go out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, Google Podcast. The audio version will. Plus, the YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live. So like it, share it, subscribe to us, look for us. I'll give shouts out to everybody watching in the Sarnia Port Elgin group. Sarnia rocks. You gotta love Sarnia. All the Chain Reaction, all the pop culture groups, retro classic nostalgia, all the hair metal, hard rock, Van Halen groups, craft beer, cigars, Star Trek, sci-fi, pro wrestling, Blogspot, classic TV and movies, the Olivia Newton John, Xanadu, Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I. groups, right on. So, with tonight's craft beer, it's a Gurkha cigar. It is, I'm chasing it down with Crown Royal Vanilla. All right. All right. Oh, yeah. Tonight's craft beer is called Patio Heater Irish Stout by the Square Brew Brewing Company in Godrich, Ontario, Canada. Look how dark that is. So, anyways, it's a good baseball beer. Like when you're at baseball games, this is the beer you want to have. It's a good spring, summer, and fall beer. It's dry and creamy with no unpleasant aftertaste. Good spring, summer, fall beer, baseball, with the barbecue. You got it going on. It's good paired with barbecuing. Or with or a night in with your buddies, like with your friends, just hanging out. And I'll give Patio Heater a rating out of 10 later on in the blogcast. So if you're still here, stick around. Throw out a number, see if your number jives up with mine. Really good beer. So, now, Square Brew is located in the Ontario's west coast in the beautiful town of Godrich, Ontario, known as the Octagonal Traffic Circle, known as the Square. So, info at squarebrew.com. So, yeah. All right. So now we get to our Olivia Newton John tribute. All right. So there we go. There's Xanadu, Physical, one of her greatest albums. All right. Let's see here. So where? Oh yeah. There she is, front and center. All right. And so, but yeah, August 8th, last Monday, August 8th, 2022, Olivia Newton-John passed away from breast cancer at the age of 73. Now, she was born September 26, 1948 in Cambridge, England. She was the youngest of three children, and she was 6 years old at the time the family migrated to Melbourne, Australia. Now, her career, her best films were Grease, Xanadu, Two of a Kind. What hasn't she been on? TV roles like Saturday Night Live, American Idol, Murphy Brown, all as herself. Awards. What award hasn't she won, basically? Miss John. 10-time American Music Award winner for favorite female artist, 9-time Billboard Award winner for top pop singles, 4-time Grammy Award winner for best female, best record, best video, and 8-time nominee, a Grammy Award nominee, 4-time People's Choice winner for favorite female musical performer. 1979, she was awarded the Officer of the Order of the British Empire by Queen Elizabeth. 1990, she's a Goodwill Ambassador of the UN Environment Program. 1999, Red Cross. She got the Red Cross Humanitarian Award for breast cancer. 2002, Hall of Fame, Australian Recording Association. 27 studio albums. Her best roles, basically, were Sandy and Grease. There we go. There's another. There's Grease. Grease Reunited. The Grease cast reunited. Xanadu. The album Physical, and of course, starring in the movie Xanadu, with the best, and on the the album soundtrack too. Like I mean, it yeah, and it just like I said, she passed away after somebody correct me if it's a 10, 15, 20-year battle with breast cancer. She was one tough lady trying to survive breast cancer, but ultimately, wherever you are, Miss Olivia Newton John, Godspeed, and cheers to you. We're gonna do a 10-bell salute. All right, so bear with me, people. This is the best picture of her. All right, so bear with me as we do a 10 gong. All right, so anyways, yeah. All right, so yeah, I had a crush on this lady when I was like 8, 10 years old. Classy lady, beautiful woman. All right, so here we go. A 10 gong salute. There we go. All right. Cheers to you, Miss Olivia Newton-John, and I hope you're all looking down on us now. Here you go. No. So, yeah. All right. So that is our tribute to Miss Olivia Newton-John. So, all right. All right. So, okay. So yes. All right. So, anyways, yeah, she was one tough woman battling breast cancer, but she finally succumbed to it like last Monday. The world lost a true legend. So, all right. All right. So, anyways, yeah. This is Big Jims Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 229. It is Sunday, August 14th, 2022. I'm going to give you guys an inspirational, motivational quote. The most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire. That is by Ferdinand Foch. Okay? So, the motivational quote. The most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire by Ferdinand Foch. All right. All right. So, yeah. Okay. So, anyways. Oh, yeah. Boom. Our craft beer for tonight, and I was pairing it with like Crown Royal Vanilla. Oh, yeah. Do another shot. Okay. All right. So, anyways. So pairing with Crown Royal Vanilla. Sometimes, yeah, our craft beer for tonight, it is called Patio Heater Irish Stout by the Square Brew Brewing Company. Very good beer. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to give it a rating out of 10, but it is a good baseball game beer. When you're watching baseball or when you're like, or any other sporting event, it's a good night in, like with your friends, playing poker or barbecuing out in the back deck. Dry yet creamy. Goes down smooth, no unpleasant aftertaste. Very dark. Look at that. All right. So let me. So what do we got here? So, all right. Okay. So, anyways, I'm about to give it a rating. I thought long and hard about this. Um, all right. So. Mm, mm, okay. So here we go. All right. Let's see. Okay. So. All right. Mm, okay. So let's see. I am going to switch over here, and in a minute, I will give it a rating. Mm. Mm. Okay, so here we go. Uh, all right. All right. 9 out of 10. God, great job, guys. 9 out of 10. And so, all right. Okay. Okay. I'm just like looking at the comments here. That's right. 9 out of 10. Okay. So yeah, Square Brew, 9 out of 10. Great job. Final thoughts on this beer. Um, it is good baseball playing or watching beer. Um, Spring, summer, and fall beer. Dry, creamy, no unpleasant aftertaste to it. It is by the Square Brew Brewing Company in Goderich, Ontario, Canada. Um, yeah, and 9 out of 10. Great job, guys. So, anyways, yeah. Um, so now, all right. So, anyways, people have been asking me about T-shirts. So, if you want one like mine, um, like a baseball jersey or a plain white T-shirt with the logo on it there, um, showing you this, or front and the back. All right. Um, like with the logo on the front or the back. All right. Or tank top or any design, any tank top, t-shirt, nightie. Just they are $35 a pop. They take that's shipping and handling included, and it takes 6 to 8 weeks for shipping and handling. Um, so it, yeah, 6 to 8 weeks for shipping and handling, $35 a pop. Just email me on Big Jims Blogcast Live or my regular inbox on my Facebook profile, and just send e-transfer, money order, and I'll do my best to get those out to you in uh, in due time. So yeah, all right. Um, mm, mm, mm. Ah, got to relight this again. Mm. All right, right on. So, oh yeah. All right. So, anyways, yeah, it is episode 229 of Big Jim Blogcast Live version 4.0. Sunday, August 14th, 2022. Thank you for ending your weekend with me. As I said, I wanted to show everybody this. I got this at work. Like, this is Domino's Pizza menu. And it looks like they've got some good pizzas on here. Holy shit. I'm going to keep this for, like, future reference here. So, in case, like, yeah, so I get stuck for, like, something to eat, like dinner. So, okay. All right. So, okay. Okay. So, anyways. All right, people. That's it for me. Our craft beer for tonight, Patio Heater, Irish Stout by the Square Brew Brewing Company in Goderich, Ontario, Canada. 9 out of 10. Great job, guys. It was accompanied by Crown Royal, blended like Crown Royal Vanilla. So, birthday shout-outs. Jason Finnis, Bruce Dimmock, Alicia Davidson, John Walker, Tim Wilson, Krista Pear, Shelley Callens Ward, Mike Pettigrew, Will Hughes, Don Marie Zinke, Michael Ross, Rick Gray, Mike Fenton. We did like Grease with Olivia Newton John. Our Magnum P.I. Season 1, a tribute to Roger E.Mosley. The Ceti Eel from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Our hockey car hero, Adam Larrson. The West Texas Rednecks from WCW. This Week in Van Halen History. Our classic album, Xanadu soundtrack, plus physical. Our tribute to Olivia Newton John. All right, people. Our inspirational motivational quote: "The most powerful weapon on earth is the human soul on fire," and that's by Ferdinand Foch. All right. So, anyways, the blog. I want you guys to remember this blogcast is not spam. The audio version goes out later on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Anchor FM, and all these audio listening platforms. Plus YouTube. You got my YouTube channel, Big Jims Blogcast Live. Want to say goodbye and shouts out to everybody watching in the Port Elgin Sarnia group, Sarnia Rocks, Chain Reaction, Pop Culture, Retro Classic groups, all the Van Halen, Hard Rock, Hair Metal, Cigar Sci-Fi groups, Star Trek, Pro Wrestling, Blogspot, and all the Olivia Newton John, Xanadu, Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I. groups. You guys rock. So, for Big Jim Blogcast Live, version 4.0, episode 229. I'm Jim, and all right, you will see me next weekend. So, anyways, cheers, everybody, and we're out of here. So, try to enjoy the rest of your weekend. So, anyways, cheers, everybody.